everyone, it's Amy here and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm so excited, over some color correctors, you guys, to give you guys my review and a demo of the new Urban Decay color correcting fluids. And I'm so excited. Could these be any cuter for spring? It's actually not even spring yet, but it makes me want to be spring with these colors. Look at them. It just looks like Easter in color correcting colors. Like, I'm so in love with these. Like, they're so cute. So to tell you a little bit about them, they actually released yesterday. There's been sneak peeks all over Instagram and everything, and I kept checking Sephora like hardcore. They weren't up. Like, all week I've been checking, and then finally yesterday, so this video is going up on Wednesday, so on Tuesday I saw that they went up and I was like, oh my god. So of course I went and bought them, and so I was so excited to play with them and try them out. I love the Naked Skin concealers. One of the first foundations I ever used, and was a holy grail for a really long time, was the Naked foundation from Urban Decay. I just love the entire line. It's so wonderful. It blends out. It's beautiful. It obviously looks like skin. It just gives you this really fresh, pretty look. So I was so excited when these color correctors came out. Every brand under the sun is coming out with a color corrector, and good thing my face is not flawless and I need some correcting because I'm in love with these, and for some reason, like, every brand's coming out with color correctors and I'm like, I need you in my life, I need you in my life, I need you in my life. So I've done the Becker ones. I just did the new Stila color correcting palette. Now I'm doing this one, and then I do plan on purchasing the Tarte color correcting palette as soon as that launches, which should be any day now. At least for, I'm guessing, VIB Rouge is gonna come out. So anyways, I'm getting distracted because I'm getting way too excited about color correctors, but these are from Sephora, if I didn't mention it already. That is where you can purchase it. I have not seen it anywhere else yet, and they retail for $28, and you do get, let's see, 0.21 ounces, and I believe this is the same exact size of the concealer, which I absolutely love. I think it wears beautifully. It lasts all day. It doesn't cake up. I use that baby underneath the eye for brightening effects, for covering up spots, and it's perfect. So the thing I did want to remind you guys that these are, again, correctors. These are not concealers. So when you apply them, like, as you can see, I did not apply any concealer today. You'll see the demo. Just this, and it doesn't perfectly cover up the spot, but it neutralizes it and it makes it a clean base to then go in with foundation and concealer afterward and then really cover it up. So just keep that in mind, like, when you go in with some of these shades and you're like, they're not absolutely covering everything up. It's because they're not supposed to. They're not concealers. They are correctors. So they're supposed to give you a really nice neutral base and just bring everything back to, like, a flat base to then work with and add color and dimension to your face. So you just gotta remember that. But I love these. They're so cute. They come in 5 different shades, and I of course picked up all 5 of them because I wanted to demo them all for you. Plus I love color correctors, so I had to get every shade. So I'm gonna tell you about each of them because they do come with a nice box that on the bottom shows you what color they are, and each box actually gives you some really good information. So first I wanted to show you the yellow shade, and I will swatch them as well, and then you will see them in the demo. But here is the yellow shade. And this one is really good for also using as an eyeshadow base. I actually really loved how it applied. And so this is supposed to correct dullness with this yellow color corrector and make darkness seemingly disappear. So then the next shade is, let's see, the lavender shade. And this is what it looks like. And this is such a pretty color. Like, I can't get over how cute these color correctors are. They're so pastel and Eastery and so cute. So the lavender shade says, balance out sallowness with lavender color corrector and make yellow undertones seemingly disappear. So then the next shade is the pink shade, which is supposed to give you brightness underneath the eyes. If you're someone that doesn't have super dark circles, you can use this just as a brightening effect and to really give you, like, a bright, wide awake kind of look. So there is the pink shade. And this one is supposed to brighten dark circles with pink color corrector and look wide awake even if you're running on empty. So if you're someone that does have, like, a little bit of dark circles, but they're more in that, like, brownish undertone, you can use the pink one. On the other hand, you can go with the peach shade if you have really dark circles. And this one is supposed to mask circles, veins, and sunspots with this peach color corrector and make discoloration seemingly disappear. And it says, tip, great for darker skin tones. Again, if you're someone that has, like, a very fair skin like I do, you can use the pink shade. However, I'll show you in the demo. I can easily use this pink shade, or this peach shade, without a problem. So you can easily blend it out and make it work for all skin types, but it's gonna really just minimize dark circles and cover that up, whereas the pink one is really just gonna give you a brightening, fresh look. So then the last one is the typical green shade that you see. And this one is supposed to get the red out with this green color corrector and make blemishes, redness, and broken blood vessels seemingly disappear. So let me swatch this one last. And that will be the final Easter egg color color corrector. So there they all are. They are absolutely gorgeous. So now I'm going to jump into the demo and show you guys how they apply, and then I'll come back with my final thoughts on these awesome new correctors. Hey guys, it's time for the demo. So I'm going to start off with the under eyes, and I'm going to use the peach shade just because I have dark circles. The alternative, which I will show you afterward, is the pink shade. If you're someone that doesn't have a ton of dark circles and you just want to brighten up the face and not so much clear up dark circles or anything like that, you could skip this peach shade, but I do have some dark circles, that's for sure. So I'm going to put this underneath my eyes where I have the darkest circles, and then I will kind of sheer it out a little bit more over here as well. But this is just a really nice peach shade, so I think this is gonna really suit people with that like lighter to medium skin tones. I think people with darker skin tones can still use it as well, but they didn't come out with a reddish orange shade. This is a peach shade, so they're going with a shade that's going to suit most skin types. And then just to be dramatic and throw it on top, I'm going to be putting the pink shade on top. Now the pink shade, like I said, can be used alone if you just want to brighten up your eyes. Like if you just want a day to look fresh and awake, like you could just go in with the pink shade on. And so I'm just going to put those on top as well, just to be able to show you guys what everything looks like. But this one is going to be for a brightening effect and not so much for actually correcting darkness. So next I'm going to move on to the green shade, which is going to reduce redness. I naturally get red on top of my nose, around my nose, where most women produce the most hormones. And then I also tend to get red like on my forehead and in between my eyebrows. So that's where I'm going to put the green shade. And then it's also really good for anyone that has rosacea. I don't have that. I just took my makeup off, which is why my cheeks kind of look like I do right now. But normally I don't. So that's where I'm putting all the green. And then next I am moving on to the lavender purple shade, and this shade is used to brighten up the face where you naturally would have highlight. So I'm going to put this right underneath where we went in with the correcting shades under the eye, and then I'm also going to bring it around my eye, and then you could put it underneath the brow bone as well, but since I do have eye makeup on, I'm not going to. But you know, we're just going to paint our face a little bit. I also like to put it around my mouth, brighten that up. And then the last shade is yellow, which is to cover up any hyperpigmentation, any dark circles, just to bring light to your face. So for me, I'm going to put some on my cheeks. I always have hyperpigmentation on my chin. And then on my cheeks where I have just like a little bit of darkness or like acne scarring. So I'll put that there, and then I'm also going to put it up here where I also have some hyperpigmentation. So now that we look good and crazy and painted, I'm going to blend everything out with a beauty blender today. However, I've tried this with a actual brush, and like every other naked product by Urban Decay, their concealer, their foundation, they all perform really well with a beauty blender or a brush. I love the fact that by using a brush, you're not just spreading the product around. It really does seep into the skin, so you could use it anyway. Today I'm going to apply it with a beauty blender. And it's obviously damp. So then I'm just gonna blend everything in, and it blends out so effortlessly and nicely. I really like, it's not something that's gonna stay really wet on the skin. It does dry pretty fast. So if I was normally doing this by myself getting ready, I wouldn't do the entire face and then go in with the beauty blender. I would do a certain area, do it with the beauty blender, and then go in a little bit more, just because it does dry on the faster side. But overall it does blend out really, really well. I think all the colors blend out really easily together too. Like each one really does seem to perform the way it should. And I love this yellow shade so much. You would think like the yellow shade, like I'm not going to use the yellow shade, but it's so nice. And I've actually used the yellow shade as a primer for my eyelids before eyeshadow, and I really like that as well. So that's kind of like a dual purpose. You could use it as a corrector, and you can also use it on the eyelids as a shadow primer. So I really like that. That's what I did today, and I really like how it lasted and how it wore. So like I said, you can see I do have like a little bit of a greenish tone still, just because I've been talking through this, and so it's drying a little too fast. But I've done it without this kind of situation, and it blends out really easily, and you don't have this like greenish hue going on if you go in and blend it out right away. Alright guys, so that was the demo. This is how my face looks. I love how these wear. I love how they apply. I love the applicator. I don't know if I showed it to you guys up close, but it's a doe foot applicator. It's a very, very flexible and bendy. It's just like their concealer, and I will say that these are like a slightly thinner texture and consistency than the concealer, but that's something I would expect considering these are correctors and not full coverage concealers. But I love the way that these apply. They are so easy to apply with this applicator. They're so smooth. The only tip I will give you guys is that they do dry rather fast. I talk about it in the demo, but like I would do my under eyes first and then blend it out and then work with the rest of the face and then move on to foundation. Don't do your entire face, because by the time you're blending out this whole area, this part's like drying, and it does, it makes it a little harder to work with, and you're gonna see a little bit more of like, I was doing green all over here, and you could still see a little bit of a green hue even though I had blended it out. Now once I put the foundation on, it was perfectly fine, but that's just my little tip that, they do dry rather fast. You can see like these are already getting dry and not quite as glossy as those last ones that I applied, but these are amazing. They are very long wearing. They are just really beautiful. They blend out effortlessly. One of the things I love about these products is that you can apply them with a brush or a beauty blender. I used a beauty blender to show you in this video just because it's easier, but I love applying these and the concealers with a brush. I think they're a product where it doesn't just slide around on your face that you have to use a beauty blender. You can really use the brush to buff it in, and it works out just fine. So I can't say good enough things about these. I am so excited that Urban Decay came out with this line because I love their concealer. I just think it's perfect that they came out with basically the little sister to the concealer, that you can use all these combined and have a nice, happy, naked family. But I think they're just wonderful. Every color is amazing. I'd say the yellow shade is probably one of my favorites, just because I think it really makes your face kind of come to life. It takes away that dullness, and then like I said, I love the fact that it's dual purpose. I love it as an eyeshadow primer. I think it's amazing. I love the consistency of these products, and seriously guys, I just can't say good enough things about these. I think if you guys are in the market and have the opportunity to definitely go pick up, one or two, or if you're like me and you want to be crazy, pick up all of them because they are fantastic, or just pick up a couple that really target the part of your face that you want to correct. I think you can't go wrong with these. I'm thoroughly impressed by them. I think Urban Decay did an amazing job, and that these are going to fit seamlessly into their line, and they are just amazing. So I hope you guys enjoyed this review and the demo and found it helpful, and let me know in the comment section down below what you guys think of these new correctors. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe so you can stay tuned to all my upcoming videos, and I will see you guys very soon. Bye!